Hello and welcome again, Stocks Advisor. Today we'll talk about Globus Maritime Ltd, traded at Nasdaq, ticker name GLBS. Well, GLBS is another small market capitalization stock. I would even say actually a penny stock. It's if you look at its market capitalization, it's 39.7, almost 40 millions. And what is most important here, like 4 days ago, it was announced limited pricing of 30 million registered direct offering. So this is very interesting. A company of nearly 40 millions market capitalization is proposing a 30 millions registered offering. And what you think should happen with the price? Of course, it should go down. And indeed, this is what took place a few days ago. You can see this nice move here. Let's draw it. So you can see this nice move here, but then what happened? It rebounded now, and we are finishing trading today at 746. And the most interesting thing, the 746 was plus 25%, but now after hours we are trading 785, so another plus 5%, and the volumes traded last trading session and today are very, very, very high. If you look at these volumes and compare them, let's say to the average volumes, these are very, very high. So they were increasing and now they're very, very high. So what could happen here? Of course, what could happen is either we will continue similar patterns that we saw in similar chart situations again and again, let's say by end of September, by mid of October, by beginning of December, or even here we saw it like by end of January, because you can draw here kind of a straight line which defines the upwards channel decline level. So it's this one. And it looks like it's really strong and consistent. Let's call it R1. Or what might happen, we could break it. And if you look at after hours trading, we are breaking it. So we could really go high. So we could start tomorrow with really incredibly high upwards move. If this is going to happen, this will explode because this is extremely small market capitalization and there is no limit almost to go high. If you look of possible limits, well, they are really ridiculously high. It's either, let's say, all the way till almost 27, even higher, let's say up to 30, or even higher if you look those, let's say, limits that could be achieved here, or even going all the way to the previous trading channel. So these are incredibly high lines, high levels, but it's not given at all they are expected, but might happen because also if you look at moving averages, and as always we have here 3 moving averages depicted, moving average 20, 50 and 200. Here on the left you see their legend. These are green, blue and red lines. Moving average 20, 50 are very close to each other already long term, but moving average 50 is still above. Moving average 200 is still quite high, it's above, and it's following parallel almost linearly, well, with some small waves down. So at a certain moment we might have, it might work as a very strong attractor and price could go high. At least there is this level, which is quite a strong attractor. It's about 15. So these are the levels of attraction. If it goes really high, it could test them. If not, we could repeat the situation that was taking place actually, I said many times, when at the vicinity of R1. So how to play? Of course, if we go high, if we go crazy high, we still might enter the volatility. So I would say it's already a call to buy at the current price action, and even till this previous high that we saw at the previous peak. So it would be between this one and this one. So speaking of price, it would be something, let's say, between 7 to 820. So this would be the first entry. Let's write it here. So between 7 and this would be 820. So actually it's immediate buy at the opening, to be very straight and very simple speaking. And these would be, of course, the lines then S1, S2. But why is it interesting? Because if this is your first entry and if this is going to boost upwards, you can really sit here and take huge profit. Speaking of profit taking for this particular one, well, at our channel, as I always say, we usually have 10 to 15% per target of the profit. But on this one, because this is really fast moving, we can shift it to 20%. That's how we can play. So this is really, let's say, unique to fast moving, but of course it could give even higher, but we never advise staying longer. We always think that it's better to be consistently trading with some positive experience. We post many stocks, many videos daily, so you can always find something interesting at our channel rather than trying a casino style. But this one could be very explosive. So if this is what's happening, if it's going up, well, just let's say our advice 20% exit. If you want more, it's up to you. What happens if it declines? Well, if it declines, we can expect a similar decline waves that we saw here. And then since we don't have any support levels below, we could do, let's say, a relative study here, a relative analysis approach. And if you do relative, let's say the decline that took place first, let's do it step by step. So the first decline that we saw in October. So it was from the level of 15 to the level of let's say 750, which is 2 times. Therefore you need to be prepared for these kind of declines, because then there was a very strong upwards move here. You can see it here. So it was like this, and then we returned almost till moving average 20. The same was the case in December. We declined also almost from 12 all the way to 6 something, so almost 2 times, and then we returned at least to the middle, or at least to 740. And this would be again the way to play here. So if we rebounce, if we go down on this channel without going up, so if it goes down, we need to be prepared to this relative approach. So we need to be prepared to enter at minus, let's say 40%. And with this being said, it's not written on the chart because there are not those levels to draw, but if you write it here, the way to play here should be very cautious, very safe, and then you can enter at anything, let's say below 5. This would be the entry 1, and again we take very low entry again, and then you can enter again at anything which is below 3. With this approach, like minus 40-50% approach, actually what could be done here, you can be very, very safe on entering and playing. And because this is still very volatile, we advise to take also the 4th level of defense, which would be in this case entering at anything below 2 immediately. So with this being said, that these are trigger points, how to play here, well, this is the case where we advise a very safe approach, and it is actually 6 portions, so it will be 1, 1, 2, 2. What does it mean? It means that the funds you have here, you would like to play here, you can actually split in 6 portions. Then you can buy with 1 portion in the first circle, so immediately at the opening. Then again with 1 portion if it goes below 5, and then again with 2 portions if it goes below 3, and again with 2 portions if it goes below 2. So this way it will be overall 6 portions and will be extremely safe approach. That's what we advise. So there is no graphical table, but only numerical for this one, because this is a company with extremely small market capitalization, and if it goes lower, yeah, it could really go low, but also it could go extremely high. Any small positive catalyst comes, it will boost. Why? And the reason for that is it's a very small market capitalization. They announced offering almost the same amount of their market capitalization, and this could kill the price, but also it could return. As we saw, it tends to return all the time to R1 trend. I will draw it again here with, let's say, double, so with another line, so you could nicely see it. Let's put it another line, being very thick yellow line again. So this is the trend. It always tends to return. So if you cautiously enter in case of decline and wait. You should return there and you should make our target for this stock to 20%. So good luck with it. Small market capitalization requires a lot of patience to play. Could be a good test for your patience, let's say, but also could be very profitable, although it's more for beginners, for those who play with small portions, because I wouldn't bid here with big amounts. Still, market capitalization is very low. So good luck with GLBS. Let's stay connected. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you're first time watching this video. And yeah, see you at another episode of Stocks Advisory channel.